Katt Williams joins me now live from Los Angeles. Katt, good morning. Good to have you here with us.
Good morning, TJ. How are you?
I am doing all right. Now, we got to start with something. We have been reporting, and it has been attributed to you, a statement out there that you allegedly issued through your publicist apologizing for that routine. But you and I were just talking here in the commercial break. You said that's not really your statement. So tell me what the deal is.
Well, we kind of have to start. I hope that everybody saw what I just saw. If a person starts their heckling with F America, then that gives me the right to defend my country. I couldn't be anti-Mexican. My Mexican fan base is largely responsible for me even existing. So between them and the black community, it's really all I have. But I don't think I need to apologize for being pro-American. The guy said that all of this is still Mexico, and I was just giving him geography. This is America, greatest country in the world. So.
Well, help us understand. So, do you not apologize for anything? We show like a 50-second clip there. It's like 7 or 8 minutes, go ahead.
I apologize for the fact that the word anti-Mexican is being said to a black guy in America.
But you don't apologize for what you said in that studio, that stand-up.
I'm not allowed to. As a stand-up, the only thing that I sell is uncensored thought. So I'm only selling them the way I think, uncensored. So I'm not allowed to then come back the next day and apologize. That's for the Tracy Morgans of the world. I meant what I said, and I said what I meant. I'm apologizing if somebody thought I was trying to be anti-Mexican. Mexicans are my friends, so
Katt, why is it somebody is allowed to put out a statement apologizing on your behalf, then?
Sir, they put out a DVD called Katt Williams' 9 Lives while I was in jail without my permission. A lot of stuff has been happening to a lot of black celebrities in the world. We just deal with it, thank Jesus, and keep on going, sir.
Now, I guess it's clear to say, you gave me a little bit of what he was saying, but he kept going on and on, this heckler. Now, what was it? You said he said F America. That certainly set you off. But go ahead.
We were in Phoenix. So this is a heavily Mexican-American crowd. I gave $5,000 out to a Mexican-American serviceman at this same show. It was nothing like that the night of the show. This happened 19 days ago. It's just happening in the news yesterday because it's my birthday.
Well, help me understand that. What was it? Because it's clear that you were visibly upset. And you said you're a proud American, you defended this country. So is that essentially what it was? He was clearly out of line in your opinion, but he really got you hot.
I was offended because he was making a statement that we're not allowed to make in this country. In this country, you have to pledge allegiance to America first and your country of origin second. And so the fact that he was blatantly disrespecting the law that we all follow, black people work too hard to become black Americans in this society, and we were slaves here. And we did a lot of free work. Whatever they did was in another country, and we certainly applaud their history, but don't come here talking to sons of slaves about that. And if there's something anti-Mexican about what I said, then I apologize for the anti-Mexicanness of it. I was talking to one individual.
I guess that's part of it, that or at least one line in there that did get some people probably upset more so than others, because a lot of people familiar with your comedy. I am as well. I didn't hear a whole lot that was, you know, a departure from some of the other stuff I've heard you say in routines before, but you did say we were slaves. Speaking of black people, y'all just work like that at the landscaper. Even that statement, you don't apologize for that one either? You think that one got too close to going over the line?
I can't apologize for it even if it was close to the line, because at the end of the day, I wasn't there to make racial conversation. I was there to tell a joke. The joke was, if Mexicans love America, could they give black people Mexico? That was the entire joke, because we'd love it and it's real close. We couldn't go back to Africa because of the flies. That was the joke. None of that's airing on the tape. This is an hour-and-a-half show, sir.
Now, would you, do you understand, at least some people hearing that, and you were talking to one guy. It's clear that other people in the crowd were laughing at what you were saying to him, even as you were going off on the one
If I had
guy?
disrespected Mexicans, I wouldn't have been able to get out of there alive, sir, with all due respect.
But as people, do you understand why people who do hear it maybe do get offended by it, who maybe didn't read or listen to the whole 7-8 minutes of it, but just maybe read a few comments? You think they just have the wrong impression, or you understand why some might think the landscaper comment might have been offensive? Telling a Mexican like that guy to get to stepping back to Mexico, how that comes off as being offensive?
No, he said that we were in Mexico. So let me just say this. Yes, I can see what you're saying, TJ.
Yeah.
And at the end of the day, I think those people should watch more of this CNN show so they can see there are real news factors going on in this country, things we should discuss, like our president versus football, rather than worry about what a comedian's saying. If you don't like me, don't come see me. If you do like me, I'm here for you. But I love Mexicans and I love Mexican Americans. But I love America overall. Let's be very clear about that.
Any concern about how people might view you down the road, how this could impact your career down the road? People might not want to book you in Texas or Arizona or California.
Sir. Wouldn't that be fantastic? Let's let that happen, but let the statement be that I'm a Christian, I'm straight.
All right. Well, we will leave it there. Again, I'm glad we got to clear it up, because we have been, Katt, this morning.
Thank you, TJ.
We have been talking about this morning an apology that Katt Williams sent out, and you're telling me that was not your apology, so that's important to note this morning.
I just made my apology, TJ, live in front of CNN.
Katt, good to see you. Buddy, you enjoy California. We'll talk to you again soon back here in Atlanta.
Absolutely.
All right. Hold up. Let me get into this, because I just saw this clip, and I gotta break this down for y'all. So the title is Katt Williams on She Was Just Laughing While the Confrontation Was Ongoing. And I already know this is about to be some wild stuff, because anything with Katt Williams in the title, man, you know it's gonna be unhinged in the best way possible. So, from what I'm gathering here, Katt is talking about some situation where there was beef happening. Tensions were high. People were in each other's faces. And there's this woman, this lady right here, who's just sitting there laughing. Not nervous laughing, not uncomfortable laughing, but like full-on entertained, watching the drama unfold like it's a Netflix series or something. And Katt being Katt, he's picking up on this energy and calling it out, because that man does not miss a detail. He sees everything. Now, what gets me about this is the psychology of it all. You know what I'm saying? Like, think about it. When there's a confrontation happening, most people either get involved, they try to de-escalate, or they remove themselves from the situation entirely. That's normal human behavior. But this woman, she's just posted up laughing, probably with her arms crossed or holding a drink, watching these people go at it like she bought tickets to the show. That's a different level of energy right there. And Katt Williams is the perfect person to comment on this, because he studies people, man. That's what makes him such a great comedian. He observes human behavior and just breaks it down in a way that makes you go, I never thought about it like that. But he's absolutely right. So when he's talking about this woman laughing during the confrontation, you know he's about to give us some gems about what that really means. Because let's be honest, when somebody's laughing during the chaos, one of two things is happening. Either they started the whole thing and they're enjoying watching their plan come together, like some mastermind villain type stuff, or they're just so used to chaos that it doesn't even faze them anymore. It's entertainment at this point. And I don't know which one is more concerning, to be real with you. Katt probably saw this and was like, wait a minute. Hold on. Let me get this straight. You can just hear him in your head breaking it down, pacing back and forth on stage with that signature energy, pointing at people in the crowd. Y'all see this? Y'all see this right here? This is what I'm talking about. And everybody in the audience is dying laughing because they know exactly what he means. We've all seen that person who thrives off drama. What really gets me, though, is how Katt probably connects this to something bigger. He doesn't just talk about surface-level stuff. He goes deep. So he's probably using this woman laughing as a metaphor for how some people move through life, you know? Some people are addicted to chaos. They create it, they feed off it, they need it to feel alive. And when you call them out on it, they'll act all innocent, like, "What? I didn't do anything. I was just standing here." But meanwhile, they're the ones who lit the match in the first place. And the fact that the confrontation is ongoing while she's laughing, that's the key part right there. It's not like the situation already de-escalated and now she's reflecting on it with humor. Nah, tensions are still high. People are still mad. Things could still go left at any second. And she's just giggling like it's a comedy show. That takes a certain type of person, man. That takes somebody who's either incredibly comfortable with conflict or completely disconnected from the consequences. Katt Williams has this way of exposing these personality types. You feel me? He'll tell a story about something that seems small or insignificant. But by the time he's done, you realize he just gave you a whole psychology lesson. And that's what's happening here. He's not just making fun of this woman for laughing. He's showing us a pattern of behavior that we've all encountered in our lives, but maybe never put into words. I'm sitting here thinking about all the times I've been around people like that. You ever been in a group where two people start arguing and there's always that one person who's just smiling ear to ear? Not trying to help, not trying to mediate, just absolutely loving the fact that drama is popping off? Yeah, that person. Katt Williams sees that person, and he's putting them on blast for all of us. And you know Katt is delivering this with the facial expressions, the body language, the whole performance. He's probably acting out how she was laughing, imitating her mannerisms, making the whole crowd visualize exactly what went down. That's what makes him different from other comedians. He doesn't just tell you what happened, he shows you. He becomes every character in the story. The more I think about this, the more I realize this is probably connected to a larger bit about people who create problems and then act like they're above the situation. You know the type. They'll say something slick to get people riled up, and then, when the confrontation starts, they step back with their hands up like, "Hey, I'm not involved in this." But they were the catalyst. They lit the fuse and then backed away to watch the explosion. And they're laughing about it because they got exactly what they wanted. Katt Williams is probably calling this out because he's tired of seeing people play these games. He's tired of the manipulation, the pot stirring, the chaos creation. And instead of getting mad about it, he turns it into comedy gold. He takes that frustration that we all feel when we deal with messy people and transforms it into something that makes us laugh while also making us think. I can just imagine him on stage, pausing for effect, letting the audience catch their breath, and then hitting them with another observation that makes it even funnier. And y'all want to know the craziest part? And everybody leans in because they know he's about to say something wild. That's his gift, man. He knows how to build a story, how to create tension, how to deliver a punchline that hits you in layers. This whole thing about the woman laughing during the confrontation probably ties into themes Katt talks about all the time. Authenticity, accountability, and people not taking responsibility for their actions. He's constantly calling out fake behavior, exposing people who aren't being real, and challenging us to look at ourselves and the people around us more critically. What I love about Katt Williams is that he doesn't care about being politically correct or making everybody comfortable. He's gonna say what needs to be said, and if it makes you uncomfortable, maybe that's because you're recognizing yourself in the story. Maybe you're the person who laughs during confrontations. Maybe you're the one who starts stuff and then acts innocent. And if that's you, Katt just put you on notice. But at the end of the day, that's what comedy is supposed to do, right? It's supposed to hold up a mirror to society and show us ourselves, the good, the bad, and the hilariously messy. And Katt Williams is a master at this. He takes everyday situations that we all experience and finds the absurdity in them, the truth in them, the lesson in them. So yeah, she was just laughing while the confrontation was ongoing. That title alone tells you everything you need to know. Katt saw something that most people would overlook. And he's breaking it down for us in a way that's going to have us crying laughing, but also nodding our heads because we know he's speaking facts. That's the Katt Williams effect, man. That's what he does. And I guarantee you, after watching this, everybody's going to start noticing those people who laugh during confrontations. We're all going to be more aware of the chaos creators, the drama addicts, the messy individuals who thrive off other people's conflicts. Katt Williams just opened our eyes to a whole pattern of behavior, wrapped it up in comedy, and delivered it with that signature energy that nobody else can replicate. That's why he's one of the greatest to ever do it, period. Man, and let me tell you something else about this whole situation. The way Katt probably frames this story, he's not just talking about one woman at one confrontation. Nah. He's talking about a whole category of people. He's identified a species. You understand what I'm saying? Like a nature documentarian discovering a new animal in the wild. Here we have the chaos observer. Watch as she positions herself at the perfect distance to watch the conflict unfold while maintaining plausible deniability. And you know Katt is going into detail about the different types of laughs, too. Because it matters, right? There's the giggle, that little tee-hee, that's trying to be subtle, but everybody can still hear it. There's the cackle, loud, obnoxious, wants everyone to know she's entertained. There's the silent laugh, where her shoulders are shaking and she's covering her mouth, but her eyes are alive with joy. Each type of laugh tells a different story about what's really going on in that person's head. Katt Williams probably breaks down the whole scene like it's a movie. He's setting the stage for us. So you got person A over here, mad as hell, veins popping out the neck. Person B is squared up, ready to go. And then, off to the side, like she's at a theater, you got this woman just weak with laughter. And the way he delivers it, you can see it. You can picture the exact scenario because his storytelling is so vivid. What really makes this hit different is that Katt understands the social dynamics at play. When there's a confrontation happening, there's this unspoken rule that everybody present has a role. You're either involved, you're trying to help, or you're staying neutral and quiet. But laughing? That's breaking the social contract. That's saying, not only am I not going to help, but I'm going to make it clear that your very real anger and conflict is amusing to me. That's bold. That's audacious. And that's exactly the kind of behavior Katt loves to spotlight. I'm thinking about how he probably connects this to his own experiences too. Katt Williams has been in plenty of confrontations in his career. We've all seen the headlines. We've all seen the videos. So when he talks about someone laughing during a confrontation, he's speaking from a place of experience. He's probably been in situations where he's going back and forth with someone. Tensions are high, and he looks over and sees somebody just thoroughly entertained by the whole thing. And instead of getting more upset, his comedian brain kicks in and goes, wait, this is material. That's the difference between Katt Williams and regular people. Regular people would see that woman laughing and just get more frustrated, more angry. But Katt, he's taking mental notes. He's filing it away for later. He's thinking about how he's going to turn this observation into a bit that's going to have thousands of people dying laughing. That's the mindset of a true artist right there. And let's talk about the timing of the laugh too, because I know Katt addresses this. It's not just that she's laughing, it's when she's laughing. Every time the confrontation escalates, every time someone raises their voice or gets in someone's face, that's when the laugh gets louder. It's like she's got a volume knob that's directly connected to the intensity of the beef. The madder people get, the funnier she finds it. That's not just passive observation, that's active enjoyment of other people's distress. Katt probably explores what that says about where we are as a society too. Because this behavior, finding entertainment in other people's conflict, that's not new. That's been around forever. That's why reality TV exists. That's why people slow down to look at car accidents. That's why fight videos go viral on social media. We've got this weird relationship with conflict where we don't want to be in it, but we sure do want to watch it. And this woman that Katt is talking about, she's just the physical embodiment of that phenomenon. He might even flip it back on the audience at some point. Don't act like y'all don't do the same thing. How many of y'all have been in a group chat when two people start beefing, and instead of trying to calm it down, you're just sending the popcorn emoji? And the whole crowd probably erupts because they're guilty. We're all guilty of it to some degree. The difference is, most of us have enough social awareness to not literally laugh out loud when people are about to throw hands right in front of us.